Hi, this is Christina with Questions for a Nurse. And again, I have another story from Reddit, a nursing story. This one's a little long as well. So it says, I used to be a jail nurse. I worked 3 to 11 shift. Every day I would go to the housing areas to give the inmates an opportunity to talk to me and ask questions. It was a job duty. I didn't have direct contacts. The blocks were in designated pods off a central corridor running along the length of the block. They talked to me through a tray in the slot at the pod entry door. Usually the questions were simple, and I could recommend things to help them avoid an unnecessary medical visit, which cost them $4. Or tell them, yeah, you really need to spend the money and see the doctor for this visit. One inmate was angry because the doctor wouldn't prescribe the medication that he wanted. He'd seen the doctor who wanted labs first, but the inmate was refusing a blood draw. So he came to the door to argue with me about it. Me, look, I have no control over the doctor. He has the responsibility to practice good medicine, and getting labs is part of that job. Um, if you want the medication, let me draw your blood and be done with it. I still have the order. I could do it tonight if you let me. The inmate grumbles, profanity, and more profanity. Okay, look, this conversation is going nowhere. When you change your mind, send me the medical request slip and I'll get your blood drawn. Until then, good night. Then I turned to walk away. The inmate stood there for a moment, then yelled after me the B word. I, I stopped, turned around, and said calmly, That's a nurse B word to you, and walked away, hearing the other inmates laughing uproariously and teasing the inmate. After that, a lot of the inmates called me Nurse B, uh, but in a sort of left handed, respectful way. They were supposed to call me Nurse Thela, and most of them still did. That's so one area I've never had an interest in working. I've never wanted to work the prisons. I've heard of too many nurses getting feelings, not that I would have feelings for, but getting, getting mixed up with the inmates. And, I tend to be kind of a soft person, believe it or not. And I'm not able to set boundaries with people like I should. So I just don't think it's a good place for me.